Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a podcast and videocast from univrm.com. Today is one of our opinion articles titled Euthanasia. The problem and the fascination of opinion articles in English is the brutal nature of words. Most words have multiple meanings, and some words provoke an instant response, positive or negative, yet were one to ask the actual definition of the word, only vague definitions recalled. Euthanasia. First definition: the action of putting to death, painlessly, or allowing to die, as by withholding extreme medical measures, a person or animal suffering from an incurable, especially a painful, disease or condition. Second definition: painless death. Perhaps there are those whom are immortal, but they are not relevant to the discussion, although they probably could be. When animals other than humans are in extreme pain or an incurable disease and condition, it is considered humane to end their suffering through euthanasia, the act considered merciful, correct, and alleviating suffering. Put a human being in the exact same position as the unfortunate animal, and there are some, most in fact, who believe there is no justification or rationale allowing equal mercy or removal of pain from the afflicted individual. It is nice to be able to express oneself through an opinion article because it is an opinion. Whether another holds an opposite opinion is pure semantics, and it is a subjective position. We are now at a point in history where euthanasia is not only rational but necessary, or at least logical, given the fact that the future is unknown and unknowable. Today remains today, and for some reason each second is torture. Life at all costs. Life at all costs is not life, or the rich countries of the world would give sufficient resources to poor countries of the world such that disease, starvation, deprivation, and humiliation not rampant. This is not the case, so those who were born into countries of greater wealth may not experience those forms of painful conditions, but some are subject to different types of equally painful conditions. The ability of human beings, whether individual, companies, governments, or organizations, to inflict pain upon other human beings is not new. In fact, the infliction of suffering upon others may describe human existence when one removes hyperbole. The issue today is not bloated Ethiopians eating grubs from trees, but civilized, in a modern Western sense, individuals that can't exist in a pseudo-moralistic society of egoism, defying altruism as the highest form of existence. You don't have enough money for the basics of existence in modern human society. There is little difference between you and the starving Ethiopian, except you have probably experienced better times, or at least observed that other humans do not exist in such a manner. The readers of this blog may or may not have noticed the lack of articles. We don't make any money, so it is hard to get people to do anything for free. If you are a fan of English humor, that is a gross understatement. Not that many people read what we write anyway, another wry comment on the superficiality of life. Here is something to think about in an eschatological sense. You can't destroy energy, although you can change its state. There is a change of energy when one dies, but where that energy goes, unproven. We doubt amoebas know the answer either. We will all die, and whether sooner or later is often left to chance, will of God, and other factors, but it takes place nonetheless. Quality of life, or as the French say, joy of life, joie de vivre, is more important than life itself, unless you believe that we live in hell. Either way, plenty of reasons for Either way, plenty of reasons for one choosing euthanasia, and whatever reason that may be is subjective, not objective. The old Arabic parable puts a magician in front of the sultan who orders him to create a horse that can fly. The magician agrees. The magician's students ask him why he'd agree to such a stupid thing, and he replies, "It gives another year, and who knows, maybe I can teach a horse to fly." The problem is not all of us fooled by such optimistic logic due to present circumstance. Suns explode, black holes eat entire solar systems, and life goes on. You don't want someone to die due to painful disease or conditions, then do something about it. Don't condemn them for choosing a choice which any other animal suffering from relieved from due to humane motivations. Copyright 2012, univrm.com, all rights reserved. At univrm.com, we create original content with humor and satire on current event news, opinion articles, economy articles, science current events, and our science fiction book series titled Change Hope. As an advertisement, there is a donations accepted button on our website, www.univrm.com, and donations welcome to help us keep publishing in difficult economic times. As a second advertisement, please remember univrm.com offering our science fiction book series, Change Hope, released as a series on a chapter and book-by-book basis like the old Amazing Stories magazines. Change Hope available in all ebook formats, and as an audiobook. You can download the first chapter free by going to www.univrm.com/downloads/. You can listen to this article via podcast at the iTunes Store by subscribing to univrm.com, or read it on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at the UNIVRM channel. This has been a podcast and videocast brought to you by univrm.com, and perhaps we'll bring you more in future.